according to that innermost part of your being. And you have to make decisions according to the internal intrinsic value by which you are in the earth. See that? Y'all, I did not sit down here to say all that, ma'am. Hey, sirs in the earth, I did not sit down here to say all that. I'm not going to even sit here. Something happens to me every single time I hit the go live, but I don't know. I can't explain it, neither do I have a desire to do so. All I know is that I'm going to continue to go live for as long as it's been allotted for me to do so. I mean, by the creator of all things, has nothing to do with the individual that might be, watching or peeping in on the assignment. Some people just peep in on the assignment. You know how people peep in on your assignment. You know that, right? And so at the same time, I let them. There's no reason not to. There's really no reason not to allow people to peep if that's what they desire to do. You don't have no control of people. You heard what I said? You don't have no control of people. You don't have any control over the peep game, a person's peep game. They'll peep in on your assignment and never really even let you know that they're there because they're peeping. But it's all good. Hey, listen, it's all good over here in the neighborhood. I said it's all good in the neighborhood over here, sir. You don't have to peep. You can come all the way in through the door. Did you hear me? I said you can come all the way in through the door. You can walk through the door of this assignment. You can walk through the door. There's no reason to peep around the curtain of life. Always trying to see. Never really aptly, intentionally implementing what's being said. And so at the same time, as long as I can continue to teach, as long as I can continue to enlighten or encourage or inspire or, whatever it is that I have been called and or chosen to do in this assignment through obedience. When the creator of all things said, open the laptop, I did just that. On October 15th, 2022, my life ultimately made a legacy trajectory. Is that a word? Maybe it made a legacy trajectory. Maybe it was heading in one direction, and when I opened the laptop and became obedient to what was spoken over my life, maybe it made a legacy trajectory. But I ain't here for that. I'm not here for that. But I did come with a word. I did come with an understanding. I did come with an enlightenment. And as we on this 17th day of February, y'all know, I had my days mixed up on yesterday because I thought yesterday was actually the 17th, but it's not. It wasn't. But I gave y'all something that will enhance, enlighten. Just go back to yesterday's therapy session. I call these sessions, you know what I'm saying? I call these sessions of enlightenment, maybe, just to kind of, enlighten you. Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more. Oh, listen, and share my live. Invite more people. I said, and share my live and invite more people. I don't have any other, so I don't have a problem with that. But I did come in as Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. as your health conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. But I'm also your podcast professor. And so y'all never get that twisted, even with that lab jacket being in the cleaners right now, you know what I'm saying, getting cleaned up and prepared. I'm still here as your professor. Did you hear me? And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I'm here. I'm still standing. I'm still as an encourager. I'm still as an enlightened individual who desire to share forth, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that the creator of all things has, you know, birthed in me. And so at the same time, I know that this February 17th is substantial. It's a substantial day. Throughout history, February 17th has always been substantial. And so at the same time, you know, so we know that this is the year of the fire horse, right? The horse fire horse energy that we have right now. You know what I'm saying? And so at the same time, I'm here to tell you that in this year and on this day, February 17th, as you become divinely aligned with the things that the Creator have called you to do. I don't know what they are, and you don't know what mine is. I sit here 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, in the 12 o'clock hour. You know what I'm saying? In the 12 o'clock hour, I sit to speak into your mind, speak into your thoughts, speak into your activities, speak into your curriculum, speak into your mindset shift that has to happen in order for you to become cognitively aware of and walk in divine consciousness. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I thank you. I praise him. I lift him up. I magnify him. I give him. And so at the same time, listen, as we know that February 17th comes with certain aspects, comes with certain understandings and certain curriculums. We know that disruption, we know that sudden change and innovation is the three things that come with this particular, you know, substance. And so since that we know that this year is the horse fire and the fire horse energy, we know that the fire horse energy comes with expansion, forward movement, momentum, and growth. That's what the fire horse energy is. It comes with an expansion, a forward movement, momentum, and growth. And so at the same time, we know that history shake up what's stagnated. We know that on February 17th, that this is the Chinese New Year. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we have to honor all of the above. And as we know that as we move forward in the things that, you know what I'm saying, has caused us to become and walk in this cognitive awareness, we know that it can't just all be one thing. Because at the same time, we know that we have multiple ethnicities on this earth, right? And we know that when he said, let there be, all those other energies and entities and ethnicities came as well. And so how can we say that one is more dominant than the other? I don't know if we can say that. All we have the ability to say is that universally speaking, that all of it is a part of it. And so at the same time, of course, you know, I tap in. I have the ability to tap in. I have the ability to, you know what I'm saying, to move. You know, I have the ability to expand. And some people have their, you know, sometimes you might need you might need a word of encouragement to expand, or a word of understanding to help you forward move, or to gain momentum, or to increase growth, or expand your growth, or whatever it is. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I'm here to let you know that history, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I say that history has shown that this year and this time of the year and around February 17th, that history will shake up what's being stagnated. And you can look in the political arena, you can look in the economical arena, you can look in all of the different arenas throughout the earth, and you'll see that during this time, it's always a major shakeup. It's always a major shakeup for what's being stagnated and has been stagnated for a while. So February 17th is significant. And so it's also, it's a day that you burn off and burn away any kind of hesitation, that you might be hesitant about certain things that you haven't moved forward in, and that you haven't allowed the creator of all things to help you, like kind of, kind of like, usher you forward. And so at the same time, it'll help. History will show you that it shakes up the stagnated. It burns away hesitation. It rewards the courageous, and it challenges our comfort zone. Ooh-wee. And so at the same time, we might as well, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to tap into all of the understandings and the comprehensions throughout the whole entire universe. I don't sit here and I guess constrain myself into one construct or one ideology or one understanding or one, concept. I believe that all of it is a part of it. And so I have the ability and the agility. Did you hear me? I say I have the ability and the agility to expand past what they have been told and what has been shown and what has been led us down this one path to say, hey, look, this is the only way that you can pay attention to. And so maybe you're going to have the ability, man. I say maybe you will gain the agility to expand past your limitations, past your constraints. And so at the same time, as I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, I'm your health-conscious coach and your intellectual content creator. But I'm also your podcast professor. I have the ability and the agility to tell you on February 17th, throughout the histories, that this horse and that this year of the fire horse energy, it comes with expansion. And you got to have the ability to expand. You're going to have the ability to move forward and have forward movement. You're going to have the ability to gain momentum in your thoughts, in your curriculum, in your understanding, in your ideologies, in your concepts of life. Has nothing to do with me. I say it has nothing to do with me, man. Not 100%. And so as I sit here as your thought provoker, I promise you on any other, I would never do anything that will cause you to go astray from your thoughts. But I'm here to align your divine consciousness. We gotta have divine consciousness, y'all. We're gonna have to fall into divine alignment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to check our habits and clean our impulses. We're going to have to align our spirit and master our appetites. That's just, what's going to have to happen. And so at the same time, I thank you, for chiming in with this fire horse energy this morning. As we expand, as we forward move, as we gain momentum, and as we grow. You ain't got no other choice but to grow over here. Did you hear me, sir? I say there's no other reason but to grow. You don't have no other reason but to grow over here. I sit here 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, in the 12 o'clock hour to assist you in that matter. If I can say something that will enhance, something that will provoke, something that will encourage, something that will enlighten, something that will inspire you to gain the momentum, to tap into a frequency or a vibration that will help catapult and propel you into a whole another dimension of thought. Cause your thoughts to arise, cause your thoughts to expand, cause your thoughts to, elevate, cause your thoughts to inclinate, cause your thoughts to gain forward movement. Then guess what? I've done my job. Because I'm only here on obedience based on the fact that the creator of all things on October 15th said, open the laptop. And since he said, open the laptop, I've been here ever since. October 15th, 2025 made my third consecutive year of speaking into the mind of individuals that would hear me. And it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. All I know is I'm obedient to the call. I'm obedient to being a chosen one in spite of my flaws and my failures and my frailties, in spite of anything that all the F's that I might have in my own personal closet. I ain't always perfect, and neither are you. I say there is no perfection in the earth, sir. Did you hear me, ma'am? I say there is no perfection in the earth. We might not be perfect, but even in the midst of our imperfections, we must be pure. Ooh-wee. I don't think nobody can take that from me. The purity of heart that I sit here with every morning, that I sit here and I operate with every day, outside of these lives, outside of these sessions, outside of all these things that I might have to endure in this thing called life's curriculums, I'm still showing up for the assignment. Did you hear me? I said, I'll still show up for the assignment. If it's going to be anybody, it might as well be me. I said, if it was anybody else that he chose and that he called, that he told me to do this, then it might as well be me. And so I'm going to accept the challenge. I've already accepted the challenge, sir. I say, I already accepted the challenge, ma'am, by standing here every day, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, started out in the 9 o'clock hour, and now I'm at the 12 noonday hour, when the sun on this side of the globe is standing directly upon our heads. So maybe that's why the creator said at 12 noon, back me up to 12 noon, because he's standing right over our heads. You understand? The S-U-N. So this is universal conscientiousness. And so at the same time, since I'm walking in the divine alignment, and I'm rejecting any counterfeit connections that might be over my life or connected to me in any way. If you are a counterfeit connection, then it's time for you to move along. Move on. Move on. I don't want to deal with counterfeit connections anymore. If you're not here for me to help catapult and propel into a new dimension and walk this thing out holistically, then at the same time, you're a counterfeit, you're a fraud, and you are a counterfeit connection. And so at the same time, I'm here to let you know on February 17th, this day, that expansion is your birthright. Forward movement is your essence. Momentum has everything to do with you moving forward. You gotta grow as you go. Did you hear me? I say you might as well grow as you go. We don't have the time or the effort to grow first and then go. Maybe we gotta go and grow simultaneously. Maybe we have to grow on the way of going. Maybe it's a continual process by which we have to endure. And so at the same time, we're going to burn away any hesitation, anything that will prevent you from mashing the gas. You might as well go ahead on and mash the gas, sir. Hey, ma'ams in the earth, go ahead on and mash the gas. And since you needed I guess, an authority figure, since you feel as though you need somebody to come by and tell you to mash the gas, then guess what? This is your word, man. A daughter, this is your word. A sons in the earth, this is your word. Nieces and nephews, this is your word. Mash the gas. Because everything that you set your heart's desire towards today, in this year of the fire horse energy, it'll accomplish it. You have what it takes to accomplish anything that you set your mind and your heart and your heart's desire towards. You have what it takes. You have the ability and the agility to do it. And so at the same time I came, we're going to have to clean our habits. We're going to have to check our spending impulses. We're going to have to align our spirit. And we're going to have to make sure that we master our appetite, that everything that we know that we have the ability to partake in, you don't have to. There's a smorgasbord full of food all in the earth, right? But everything you don't have to partake in. You're going to have to master your appetite. Have the ability to tell yourself, no, I want it, but I don't need it. I want it, but I might not, I might not just have that slice of cake today. Master your appetite. Make sure that when the abundance hit, because all it's gonna take is one inclination. That's all it's gonna take is one inclination. All you're gonna have to do is walk in that convenience store to go get gas and tell them, give me number 27. Scratch off number 27 and hit for $404,000 on the scratch off. Ooh-wee. That's how it happened. When you get in the divine alignment, then you don't have to chase anything, sir. All you got to do is align with what you have a desire for. All you got to do is align with what it is that you want in the earth. It's your birthright to have it. If you're connected to me in any capacity of the word, it's your birthright to have what you want. Ooh-wee. I said, if you're connected to me in any capacity, just through hearing, just through understanding, just through bloodline, yeah, it's yours, baby girl. It's yours, baby boy. It's yours, king. It's yours, queen. Mash the gas and go get it. This is the year of the fire horse expansion. This is the year of the fire horse momentum. This is the year of the fire horse movement. This is the year of the fire horse growth. So